Hey, my beautiful people. I am just going to give it a few minutes to see who jumps on, who gets online. Um, I'm Kim Love Jones, certified relationship coach. I am just trying to get my phone here together because it is doing whatever it wants to do. Tonight, I want to talk about accountability and forgiveness and how that works for us. How people are okay, here go my phone. See, you cut the volume down right now because it gets a little crazy. Phone has been ringing all day. Hey, I see you watching. Say hello, say hello, say hello. God is so good. God is amazing. I am trying to fix my phone. Wait a minute. Oh, my phone is really bugging out. It really is. Yeah, I want to talk about accountability and I want to talk about forgiveness and how that works. Hold on 1 second. Yes. I want to tell you before I get into accountability and forgiveness that the emotions forum last night was like absolutely amazing. This week coming, we're going to be talking about why successful women do not have men in their lives. That's the first topic. I can't remember what the second topic is right off the top of my head, but it is going all the way down. I want you guys to meet me at Jeremy's Ale House in Freeport um, next Wednesday at 7 p.m. I had my girlfriend came in from Dallas, Texas. My other girlfriend came in from Baltimore. The brothers were in the building. It was absolutely amazing. We had an amazing time, and it was incredible. It was an incredible night. We didn't leave there last night till like 11:30. I mean, it was just really dope. It was really dope. So I'm not gonna be on here long. I'm gonna talk about this because I feel like it's a problem. Last night's topic at the Emotions Forum, um, we talked about insecurities. We talked about when you're dealing with a partner who is insecure, like how do you handle that? And a lot of people were speaking their mind about how to deal with with an insecure partner. Men were talking about the fact that they did it to their girlfriends, and then when they had or their wives, and when their wives did it back, they didn't like it. Right. Um, I know a lot of people would have, excuse me, y'all, I apologize. A lot of people would have walked away. A lot of people would not have stayed. There were some brothers there that shared some really good stories about dealing with an insecure woman. And then there were some women that talked about dealing with an insecure man and how it almost became downright abusive, right? Because he didn't want anybody looking at her and she didn't want anybody looking at, well, she was good. In the other case, when it came down to the man who was cheating on his wife, when she did it back to him, he was like hurt, but he dealt with it. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Say hi. I see y'all watching. Nobody saying hello. Say hello, say hello. So yeah, so it's a huge problem dealing with insecurity, but part of the issue that I think um, people are dealing with is the fact that sometimes your partner feels insecure because they don't feel safe. They don't feel safe in the confines. Hey, sis, I see you. I see you. Hey, I love you. Sometimes they feel insecure because they don't feel safe in that relationship because their partner hasn't made them to feel safe, right? Other times, the insecurity is built in from past relationships because of the way that they've been treated in the past in their lives, right? And so, in talking with a good friend of mine's last night, he was talking about his girlfriend and how insecure she is. And I was sharing, no, actually, he was sharing that it's getting to be a lot too much because she doesn't trust him. but it's nothing that he's done to make her not trust him. Right? He's been trying to show her how he feels and that he loves her and that he cares about her. And there is absolutely nothing that he can do to turn this situation around. Right? And so we had a secondary conversation today. Right? And the conversation today was around him not being able to change her mind and whether or not he should. And one of the things that I said to him is that every tub, first of all, got to sit on its own bottom. Hi, Patricia. I see you, baby. How are you? It's been a long time. Every tub has got to sit on its own bottom. And you have to want to change your life in order. That's good, baby. I'm glad to hear that. You have got to want to change your own mindset, your own thinking. You have got to want to change your life. And sometimes we can't even see who we're being and how we show up in relationships. And that's the truth, right? We don't know how we render in someone else's eyes, right? It's a matter of feeling safe and secure in that relationship. But in order for any relationship to work, you have got to start listening to what your partner says and holding your own self accountable, right? It's like you need to do some self reflection. Nobody else can make you be accountable. You have to want to be accountable to yourself. And so if you're dealing with someone who's insecure or who has all kinds of mental anguish because of their childhood trauma, right? How is it now that you expect somebody to come into your life and deal with all of that, right? Because I know for sure I don't want to deal with anybody else's insecurities. It's too much. It can be downright, what's the word I'm looking for? It could be traumatic for me to have somebody trying to control my every move. I think that I know that men don't trust other men. I know they don't. I know they don't. But you have to be able to trust your woman and know her character and what's going on with her integrity, right? You have to know who she is and then vice versa, right? And it's easy for men to align themselves, if you will, with the woman outside of the relationship because they don't think it's anything. But if a woman does it, men get like, oh no, he had to, listen. If we all hold ourselves accountable for who we are and how we show up in relationships, if we hold ourselves accountable for where it is that we are, if we begin to see that we are imperfect people, then we can forgive people for everything that they've done. We can still learn to love them and to accept them for who they are, right? And so that's what the conversation boiled down to today as I was having a secondary conversation with my friend. It's very difficult to be in a relationship with people that are insecure. But how is it that you are handling? Are you being accountable for your role in that relationship? And are you willing to be patient with them while they work through whatever it is that they work through? I am not, me, myself, I'm not a jealous person, right? Things don't get me upset like that. I have to, I have to weigh it. Like, who is my partner? How does my partner show up? Those are some of the questions that you have to ask yourself, right? If there are problems in the confines of your relationship, I can see, hey, Yana, I see you, my love. I see you. If there are problems in the confines of your relationship already, how are you showing up in an accountable way towards your relationship? If your partner aggravated you, frustrated you, doesn't listen to you, first of all, there needs to be a conversation around that. But how are you showing up in that relationship? Because that's important, right? When a person does not know, when they don't know how they're rendering, how they're showing up, it's difficult to get them to be accountable because they sometimes don't even know what they're doing wrong, right? And if you're going to be in a healthy, happy relationship, there needs to be some conversation around how you feel about that relationship, how you feel about what's happening in your life, right? So My friend said, Kim, how would you handle it? And I said, I would sit down and I would have a conversation. That's the first thing, because it is necessary that if you love and you care about somebody, that you sit down and have the hard conversations and you reveal to them how you feel about that. And if you're not doing that, and I'm being honest, if you're not doing that, then you're not doing anything. Your relationship will not last if you do not sit down with your partner and have a conversation. If you do not say to them, this is bothering me and I need to work through this. If you do not hold yourself accountable for your relationship, then you've got a problem. Now, on the other hand, if your partner is not listening to you, if they don't care how you feel, if they are struggling with even being present in that relationship, right? Now we have a bigger problem, because the answer to that is what's really wrong here. We got a big problem. And so I know that a lot of people don't really understand that in order to have a great, healthy relationship, you need to be able to communicate with one another. And it requires a lot of forgiveness. The disciples asked Jesus, how many times should I forgive my brother? And he said 70 times 7. Listen to me. That's every single day. And I'm not saying to be anybody's doormat. I'm telling you that if you're going to be in a healthy relationship, that you've always got to be willing to forgive. You've got to be accountable for how you treat that relationship, you yourself. And you've also got to, be able to say to your partner, right, to your husband, to your wife, listen, I want this to work. I want our relationship to work. I want us to be successful, but we have to communicate with one another. Otherwise, it's not going to work. And then you are accountable for what you say to your partner. You're accountable for what shows up. I remember reading or listening to somebody years ago say, that you're 100% responsible for what happens in your relationship. And initially, when I heard that, I was saying to myself, 100% responsible? Wait a minute. What about what they do? And then I thought about it some more and I said, how am I going to be 100% responsible for my relationship? And probably like the third or the fourth time that I really, thought about it, I realized that I am 100% responsible for my part in my relationship. And some days it's going to be good days, and some days the days are going to be rough, right? And how am I showing up when my partner is sick, when my partner doesn't feel good, when they're tired, when they're frustrated? How am I showing up? Let me be accountable to my partner. Let me be accountable to this relationship, because I've made a commitment to them, because I love them and I'm with them and I'm sharing my life with them. So if you're doing that, that requires a level of accountability, period. And it doesn't mean it's always going to be easy. It doesn't mean that it's always going to be easy. It just doesn't. Right? But one of the things that is vitally important to the success of our relationships is that we show up knowing that this is not going to be a cakewalk, because we're learning one another. And one of the things that I say often, a lot, right? One of the things that I say a lot is that relationships are like a mirror for you. That's when you're learning. That's when you're learning and growing about and finding out who you are. Right. And a lot of people don't get that. That's why they get frustrated, because it gets hard to even look at yourself. When you sit back and you ask yourself, what are the lessons in this for me? What did I learn today about myself? Did I handle that properly? One of my homeboys, I was playing like last night, when we were out on the mile at the Emotions Forum, and I was playing and I realized that I might have said something that hurt his feelings. So the first thing I did this morning was I called him up on the phone and I said, I'm sorry, because when I said blah, 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 I realized that I might have hurt your feelings. And he said, what are you talking about? And I said, when I said, and he said, oh, nah, Kim, I wasn't even, no. I was just getting passionate and he said, but I appreciate the fact. Charmaine, you are best. I love you. I love you. I love you, sis. I love you so much. Thank you for this amazing hairdo. My my hairstylist extraordinaire, right here. I love her. Absolutely. You my sister, Charmaine. I swear. I don't know what I would do without you. I can't wait till we go to lunch again. We have to have another powwow real soon. Um, but yeah, so I called him up first thing this morning and I apologized to him because because in my head I didn't. Yeah, I know. Oh, that's my sunshine. She really is. I love you too, baby. Um, because I realized that I might have been harsh. These are just my friendships, y'all. These are not. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you. I realized that I might have been a little harsh with him and it might have embarrassed him in front of the rest of the people. And he said, I wasn't even thinking about that. No, we was having a good time. And so it made my heart feel better. But when I was going to bed last night, I really had to think about that. I had to think about what I said. And one thing is for certain, if I am wrong or I feel like I've wronged someone, I'm going to correct it. And I'm not in a relationship, but I practice with my friends because I'm building my good character, because I'm holding myself accountable, right? Because I'm always looking to forgive. I'm not trying to hold on to anything that's going to keep me in bondage personally and even professionally. I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to say sorry and I'm going to keep moving. Even if I did not wrong you, if I feel like you were hurt, I'm going to seek to find out what happened. I'm also going to allow you your space if you need it to process whatever happened, right? But the reality is if I don't hold myself accountable for the things that I absolutely see, right? For the way that I handle people or the way that I show up in rooms, then if I don't take accountability for me, then who's going to do it? Because every day, my real grind, my real hustle is to become a better version of who I was even on yesterday. And if I desire to be a better person, I can't just talk about that. I've got to actually practice that. And you don't have to be in a relationship to practice that. When people are important to you, you show up and you own your stuff. You say, I'm sorry if you've done something wrong. You own how you show up in the world, right? And while nobody is perfect, we're not always going to get it right. And I get it. I so get it. I get it. I'm a practice where I could practice. I don't have to argue and fight every day. I could practice forgiveness and love. Even if it's not being in the company, I could still love somebody and forgive them for what they've done to me and not hold their feet to the fire. Because guess what? I'm perfectly imperfect. That's a shameless book plug, y'all. Y'all better get my book off Amazon and stop playing. I can't wait to finish writing my next book. I got to get it done. I got to get it done. But real talk, be accountable for your actions. And when somebody steps to you and they're out of bounds, always be ready to forgive them and let it go. Because you don't want anything keeping you in bondage. And if you are going to be successful in your relationship, then that is one of the key things that you have to do. And I know it doesn't always feel good, but sometimes you have to shift yourself, who you are and how you show up. And I'm not talking about being anybody's doormat. You just have to shift because it's necessary in order to be in a loving, kind, thriving relationship. We talked about last night, we talked about love languages. And I polled the room and everybody was, saying what their love language is. And if you're in a relationship with somebody else and they have a different love language, you have to show up for them in the confines of their love language, not yours. Because if you like gifts and words of affirmation, they may like quality time. So you give them what they need, not what you want to give them. And so sometimes there's just a little adjustment and what I like to call course correction, right? And so when you course correct, You just make a few little changes in how you show up and how you are with a person. You don't have to compromise yourself to death. You have to make some adjustments because you know what they need, right? And when you know what your love language is and you seek to find out what your potential partner or your partner's love language is, you show up in that way for them. It's vitally important that if we're going to be successful, we have to create environments of trust. You have to create the safe spaces. And sometimes it's not about, winning the battle. Because sometimes you can win the battle but lose the war. I know for certain that I know for certain that I cannot always see myself, and I need good friends and I need my family around me to show me or tell me how I'm being and how I'm showing up. That's the only way that I get to where it is that I need to be. And that's real talk. It's all about our personal growth and our development. I don't care what anybody has done to me. If I love you and it's genuine, right? And you can't stop me from loving you. You cannot stop me from caring about you, right? You can't stop me from being amazing when I want to be amazing, right? Because nobody dictates how we show up and where we are when we're walking in love. When we're being genuine, when we're being authentic and intentional about how we want to show up in this world today, right? So some people get tired and they go, oh, I don't feel like being bothered no more. Da, 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 da. I've been there. And then God just sends me right back. Because sometimes it's my family. Sometimes it's my close friends. And I love them dearly. But I have to go back and I have to show up and I have to ask for forgiveness and I have to say, you understand what I'm saying? Because it's not always easy, but it can be done. 70 times 7 every day, right? It cannot be about my agenda and what I want all the time. Because if I'm loving you, then it's also got to be about how do I help you? How do I serve you? And that's what love truly is. It's all about service. It's all about me showing up, being my best self to serve those who I am around. And it doesn't always look like I get whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? It requires more than that. It requires more than that. So if you're with someone, if you're trying to be with someone and they are not being accountable and they don't hold themselves accountable, I don't know how that works, right? I don't know how you continue to be with somebody who does not hold their own selves accountable, who doesn't do it. They're like, no, it's your fault all the time. I don't know how you do that. But I do know this. You have to learn sometimes how to love people from a distance. You cannot always be with people and not hold them accountable. I'm big on my family, right? My family is like absolutely amazing and dope, and I love each and every one of them individually and collectively. But when I don't speak my truth to them, I am not holding them accountable when they do something that I do not like. And sometimes we try to get along just to go along for the peace of the situation, right? I'm just going to try to keep the peace. I'm just going to try not to argue. I'm just not trying not to say anything. Literally, you are ruining your relationship, any hope that you could have for a positive one. Because when you don't hold other people accountable, you're saying you could do whatever you want to me. And that's not acceptable. That's why we hold ourselves accountable. That's why we do what we do. And that's the truth. So you have to speak your truth, and you have to speak your truth in love. And if they cannot handle that, then they should not be around you. Patricia, I'm coming back to your comment. I'm coming right now. I want to see what it says. I so needed to hear this. I talk to men almost every day, but I must admit at this point, I am truly scared. At this point, scared about what, baby? What are you scared about? Talk to me. Talk to me. Don't make me bring you up here. Patricia, you ready to come on up here? Because I'll bring you up here, sugar. I'll send you the code so you could come on up here on this platform and talk to me. Okay? And tell me what you're scared about. Give me a yes or a no so I can hear your story. I love hearing the stories and working things out in real time and working things. You'll come up? You want to come up? Okay. All right. So let me send you the code. Let me send you the code. Wait a minute. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay. I'm going to send you the code right now on your Facebook. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. We finna hear from Patricia. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay. Why is this thing moving so slow? I don't see you. I don't see you in my friends list. Are we friends on Facebook, baby? Oh, I see you. I see you. Okay, I got you. It didn't come up initially. I'm sending you the code. I don't know if you want an iPhone or if you want a Droid. I'm not looking at the screen, so I cannot see your answer. You could come on up. Okay. Hey, Reva, I see you, boo. How are you, my love? How are you? I sent you the code. So, yeah. So jump up on here and join me. Okay. So then you could just, chime in. And Patricia will be on in a minute. How you doing, Reva? Keisha, hey. For what is your love language? Keisha, you can find it on if you Google it, it'll give it to you. The 5 love languages. If you Google it, you'll find it. There are quizzes all online. Google got them. I'm waiting for you, Patricia. I hope you're ready, boo. We finna have a real time discussion. I love this. I love this. If somebody else want to come up here and talk after Patricia, just send me a message in the chat right here on this. And what I'll do is I will send you the link when Keisha comes down. I'll bring you up. Oh, you did something wrong. Still trying. Okay, just click it again. Just click it again. This is going to be good. Okay, because it's important. Hey, Needy. I love you, sis. Okay, no. That's if you want to come up and talk about accountability and forgiveness. If you have something you want to say, I'll bring you up. I'll bring you on the platform so that the code for that. So Patricia is thank you, Needy. I love you, girl. I haven't seen you in like forever. Last time I saw you was at the diner, I think. That little diner in Hempstead. It was really, really good too. The food was good. Yeah, thank you, baby. Patricia, I'm still trying to get you up here. But yeah, but accountability, like building a great relationship, requires you to speak your truth. So, once you set up boundaries, right? And you say, I'm not going to allow this, I'm not going to allow that, then you adhere to those boundaries and what you set up, right? When people come in and you love them and they love you or your family, whoever it is, it could have been somebody you knew since you was a kid, right? It doesn't matter. When you say to them, I need you to do this, this, and this because this doesn't work for me. And I love you and I want us to have a great relationship, whatever. Could you be a sister, your brother, your cousin? It doesn't matter. But I'm not going to allow you to do this to me anymore because it makes me uncomfortable. If a person wants to be in your life, if a person wants to be in your life, they're going to understand where you stand and they're going to operate from that place. They're going to understand, they're going to hear you, and they're going to understand that there needs to be some modifications to the way that you do business, to the way that they've been doing business with you, because I've set my boundaries. And I'm going to hold you accountable. And when you're out of line, I'm going to be like, we not doing that. Stop it. Why? Because I love you. because I love you and I want our relationship to be successful. I don't want us to walk away from one another being angry, being bitter. So I'm going to hold you accountable. And my expectation is that you would hold me accountable because relationships are meant to help us to grow. They're not only a mirror, they're meant for us to learn. They're meant for us to be a better version of ourselves. And people need to fully understand that. Keisha, how did you enjoy the forum last night? It was fire, right? Oh my God, I had a good time. I know I'm like switching gears in the middle of a sentence. I'm out of control. But it's important to tell people your truth. It's important to speak your truth. It's important to understand. I know, baby, wasn't it nice? Okay. Okay, girl. Okay. So, yeah, it's important to speak your truth. And if you feel like you're scared to speak your truth, I don't know where you are, Patricia. But yeah, if you're afraid to speak your truth because you don't feel safe, maybe the two of you, whether it's your sister, brother, cousin, or your man or your woman, should go to therapy. Maybe you should go to therapy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too, Keisha. Can you send the link again? Something happened. Okay. I'm gonna send it to you again because I need you up on here. I don't know what happened. Hold on. Maybe you should seek therapy. And I'm only saying that. I'm not saying that to be condescending to anybody. But if you are afraid to speak your truth and you are married or, right, you're in a serious relationship, then you need to course correct. You need to have a sit down. Because if the relationship is not growing you up and maturing you, there is something wrong. And we should all be ready to grow. We all need constructive criticism. We don't all. Okay, I don't know. Hold on, baby. Let me see. Hello?
I think this is it. Am I in? Am I
No,
in?
no. You got to click the
No.
link that I sent you.
Yeah, I clicked that link. I clicked it,
And
and
it's
it
not
sent
let.
me to.
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
That's not the
Let's
link.
try it again. All
Okay,
right.
baby. All right. Bye. Yeah, she was calling me on Facebook. I sent you the link again, Patricia. I sent you the link again. In your, yeah, just click it. Click the link I sent you. Click the bottom. I don't know if this is gonna work out. I don't know. I'm hoping so. But it is vitally important that you be honest and you honor how you feel. And not only honor how you feel, because feelings change like the wind, but honor your truth, whatever that is. Whatever that is for you, that you would do that you would honor yourself, right? It's important. I do not know why she is not getting this link. I sent it again. So that's the third time I sent it. Does anybody else want to come up and be in the hot seat? Let me know if anybody else want to get up here and be in the hot seat because I'm ready. I'm ready for y'all tonight. I'm ready for y'all tonight. Yeah, God is just absolutely amazing. And I see him doing a great and mighty work in all of our lives if we will only be honest and honor ourselves and honor our truth and what we want. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine not too long. Well, it's been a minute now. And one of the things that I said to them was, I cannot be around people who do not hold themselves accountable. I can't do it because I'm always going to hold myself accountable. And if I find that a person is not doing that and they're being disingenuous and they're not owning their stuff, I cannot continue to be in relationship with you. And it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Because I've made a decision about my life. And if I can hold my own feet to the fire, then I'm gonna hold yours to the fire too. And I'm gonna love you and forgive you for everything that has happened. but I refuse to be in a up close and personal relationship with folks who do not do what it is that they're supposed to do in the confines of our relationship. Because if you call yourself my friend, then I should be able to feel safe around you. I should be able to trust you. I should take you at your word. And when I find that people are disingenuous, then I can't be bothered. I can't do it. I have to be honest. I have to be able to stand in my own truth, right? And it's not that I don't forgive them, because I do. I do. I let it go. But I cannot be, it's not going to work. It's not going to work because you don't know how to click the link. Yeah. Yeah. You don't know how to click the link. But it's just a word of encouragement for everybody. It's just a word of encouragement. Be accountable for yourself, and also make sure that those that are in your circumference are accountable as well to the relationship. Because friendships, and it costs. Do you know? Hey, Tara, I see you, my love. How are you, baby? Do you know how many people don't understand friendship and what it really means? People say, yeah, I'm your friend, I'm your friend. But when the rubber meets the road, friendship is I got your back 110%. I may not be in your face all the time. I may not always be around you. I may not talk to you every day. That's okay, baby. It's just not working. It's not working. It's telling to use laptop. I am on my iPhone. Okay. You know how friendship cost, because there's sacrifice in friendship. There is sacrifice in friendship. And that's why you can't be friends with everybody. It's such a real sacrifice to be a friend, a real friend. That means when death happens, you showing up. That means when babies are born, you showing up. That means the 3 o'clock in the morning phone calls when something tragic has happened. You there. You on the phone. That means you getting up out your bed at 4 o'clock in the morning to go get them off the roadside. Whatever it takes. That's what you call a friend. I got your back. I'm going to sit there. I'm going to be with you through your crisis, through your storm. Because I love you, because you're my friend. And people don't understand the cost of friendship and the sacrifice that goes along with that. So, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, Patricia, I'll send you my number. Okay? All right, sweetie. But people don't understand what friendship entails. They don't understand how you are accountable to that person, right? You are accountable to that friendship. And I almost have like a disclaimer, right? I almost have a disclaimer when people talk to me, because I'm going to pour into you everything that I got. I'm going to show up for you. I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to support you. I'm going to be there for you. But I need the reciprocity, baby. It's not a one-sided thing. I need reciprocity. It's just like even God wants reciprocity. I mean, and he holds us accountable, and he also forgives us. But it can't be one-sided. I can't be pouring and pouring and pouring into you, and you're not pouring anything into me. That's not friendship. Friendship costs something. Oh, Tara, that's so sweet. I try, baby. I try. I really do. I really, really try. You know, but I'm a hot mess sometimes, child. Look up hot mess in the dictionary. You're going to see a picture of me there like that. Because I am a hot mess. I don't always get it right. Right? But I know I am loved. And I know that I'm genuine. And I know that being authentic is the way to really, truly get to where it is that you want to be. And you can't be a doormat for anybody. And it's up to you to hold them accountable in the areas and let them know what you need, right? And it's also up to you to hold yourself accountable for what you need, right? Y'all, this is probably the shortest. If anybody want to come up here, I'm doing it one more time. You are welcome to come up on the platform, um, and be a part of this, to speak your truth, to add something, to tell me a story, to have real time conversation and dialogue. If you want to come up, come on up. Like, let me know if that's what you want to do, right? And then I'll send you the link so that you could be a part of the broadcast. But that wasn't even planned. That was not planned. Thank you so much, Patricia. I thank you so much. I think that this is like really important stuff. You know why accountability is important? Because in order to really truly be accountable, you have to allow yourself to be vulnerable. And a lot of people hate that word vulnerability, and they hate feeling vulnerable. But I allow myself to be vulnerable so I can see the true color of the person that I'm talking to. I allow myself that because it's in my vulnerability that is my true strength. And a lot of people don't understand that. Some people think it is waging war and telling people off and telling them what to do and all this other stuff. No, I have no use for that. I want to share with you the broken pieces of me and see what you do with that. And I eke it out a little bit at a time. I eke it out. And I learn whether or not I can trust you with my deepest, with my heart for real. And when I see that I can no longer trust you with my heart, I back away. I still love you, but I back away. Because I need to be able to talk to you. I need to be able to share with you. And I realize that if I cannot do that, then the relationship is going nowhere. And I know that a lot of people feel that way. But a lot of people keep going whether they can do that or not. And if you feel like that you're not safe, why are you still moving forward in that relationship? Now, that's the area where you have to hold yourself accountable. Because the truth is, like, if you're still walking past all of the warning signs and all of the flashing lights and all of this other stuff, right? If you're still moving forward with a person that you cannot trust, the question then becomes, why are you doing that? Now, if your life is a mess after that, then you have to say, wait, what did I do? And you have to do some introspection. You have to sit with yourself and you have to ask yourself some questions because nobody else gets to tell you this. But you have to figure out why this thing happened to you. And you have to be accountable for what you allow to happen in your life. And the minute you become accountable for what's happening in your life, you take back your power. You take back your power. Every morning I have an affirmation. I say to myself, I am powerful. Every morning, I am powerful. That's probably one of the first that I say. Because I have to stand up in my own strength and I have to know who I am. And one of the things that I know is if I do not honor myself, if I do not speak my truth, if I do not walk in love, then I am doing nothing. Because I am dishonoring myself. Reva said, hold on, baby. Haven't seen you in years, but when you have a genuine impact on someone for all of these years, I love you and I can really call you my friend. Oh, Reva, y'all ain't finna make me cry. Reva, you not finna make me cry. We not doing that. I've been crying all day, as a matter of fact. That's a whole nother talk show. Reva, thank you, my love. Thank you. Thank you, sis. Thank you. Can I tell you? The other day, I was talking to a friend of mine on the phone. And I began to tell him, because me and him have been friends for a while. I met him at the Emotions Forum. I got a lot of brothers who protect me. Like, they gonna make sure I get to my car. They gonna, if somebody strange is near us, they gonna make sure all the women, kind of get there safe. And I said to him the other day, it's really my privilege. I'm about to cry because I feel so blessed. It's really my privilege to have you in my life. Such a dope dude, right? He was like, it's a privilege for you to have me in your life, Kim. That's what he said to me on the phone. And I said, yes, because I feel your energy. And I know you genuinely care about me. I know that you're really my friend. And I feel your love, the way that they protect me, the guys at the forum. These guys I've been knowing for the last 10, 12 years, right? Can I tell you that it is my privilege, Reva? Y'all don't even understand. All right? I'm not going to cry. But it is my privilege that God would allow me to do this. It is my privilege. It is my privilege. It is my privilege to do whatever I can to be a blessing to somebody else. That's why I'm here. And I don't always get it right, y'all. Again, look up hot mess in the dictionary. You'll see a picture of me. Because I do not have it all together. But what I do know is that I want to show up loving and kind every day. And I want everybody to make that as a choice. Choose that. And when you choose that, you're choosing yourself. Because everything that you give out, everything that you do to somebody else, what you sow, that you shall also reap. And I promise, I'm telling you. And I reap a harvest. But whatever you give out to somebody else, you get it back. And when you're genuine and you show up genuinely, and I'm not saying I'm always on top of my game, I fall short a lot. When you show up like that, it comes back to you. Because I'm not trying to make anybody be where I want them to be. I'm just trying to honor Kim. And if you would just take the posture of honoring yourself and setting up the boundaries, and you say, I want to, this is, you get up in the morning with the intention to be loving and to be kind and to be gracious to other people and afford them forgiveness like you want it. When you do that, it really changes your life. It changes your life. Thank you, Reba. Yes, I know. I'm like, you're blowing my mind. Can I tell y'all? I'm going to tell y'all this. I'm getting off here because y'all going to have me all discombobulated. I've been saying this since the beginning of August. August is a month of new beginnings. When most people's New Year starts on January the 1st, my New Year usually starts in August. August is the 8th month. 8 stands for new beginnings, like 7 is completion. I need for y'all to understand that I really feel like something amazing and wonderful is about to happen in my life, and I believe that for you too. I believe that God is going to speak to you over the next few days if he has not already, and I really believe that God has already spoken to you. And there's going to be a full manifestation of the idea, of the opportunity, of the open doors for you. I really believe that because I feel it for myself. When I tell y'all I was sitting at lunch with Charmaine Bourne the other day, and she said to me, I'm cutting your hair. But we have been texting each other back and forth for a few days before we went to lunch. And when I sat down in the restaurant and was sitting there in the Cuban, it was wonderful. And we're talking. She says, I'm going to do your hair. I said, Charmaine, I can't get my hair done today. She said, and I'm not charging you. Do you understand? The favor, the unworthy, unmerited favor. I'm telling you, I'm pouring it out, and I'm praying that God will pour it out on you. Today, or last night, a girlfriend texted me when we came back from the forum. She said, Kim, tomorrow let's go to the movies and let's go and get breakfast. We'll catch the matinee. I said, okay, let's do it. This morning, she's like, I'm treating. So today, I went out to breakfast. And then I went to the movies, and my girlfriend just treated me. I don't know why I'm telling y'all all of this tonight. But I'm telling you that the favor that is on my life right now, I feel like y'all gonna know in a minute. Y'all gonna know in about 2 weeks, because I need to process what happens. But I feel like this month is that month. Something, new opportunities, new open doors, new life, new love, new opportunities. I feel like that for me, but I also feel like that for y'all. Because anybody who is listening to me under the sound of my voice, I pray God blesses you with so much abundance that you don't even know what to do with it, that it fills your house with joy, unspeakable joy. What I pray for myself, I pray also for y'all. I pray that you get it. I pray that you understand that the boundaries that you set today, while it may be difficult, it's going to be worth it, because you're setting up something, a legacy for your children and for your siblings and for everybody to understand how necessary it is to set boundaries. I am praying that you begin to understand being intentional in speaking life over your life. I'm praying that you begin to understand how important you are, and how the world is waiting for you. That there's some little cousin, there's some little niece, there's somebody somewhere, there's somebody you don't even know yet that is waiting for you to show up in your full regalia so that you can show them what to do. So that because you're not here for no reason at all. I'm praying that you hold yourself accountable and begin to hold those that are around you accountable so that they would understand the gifts that they have, and that they cannot continue to operate in mediocrity. I pray that you finally really understand just to forgive those who hurt you, so you can let go of it, so you can get to where it is that you need to be within yourself. And I'm out of here. I hope to see y'all all who can come. Tara, I know you're in Virginia. Keisha, I know I'm going to see you there at the Emotions Forum on Wednesday. Me and Charmaine Bourne are going to be doing a women's conference in December. We're looking for a location now. It's going to be fire. I'm going to be one of the speakers. And all I can tell you is that God is going to move in that room. And it's going to be for women. And I hope y'all here. I think it's going to be December the 14th. I'm not sure. I wrote it in my calendar. But we're going to be putting out some information. Tara, you can come up here on December the 14th, my love. You can come right here. The impact that you have on not only minds, but many people, you never back in the days, girl, knew you would have been this amazing person you are. You are an inspiration. Reva, you trying to make me cry, girl, again? I already cried again. I've been crying all day because I'm like, God, you are so good to me. You are so good. Yeah, you're going to have to make your way to come see me, Tara. Okay? Because this women conference is going to be off the hook. We're going to have other speakers. And we're going to be talking about healing. Because we don't want to go into January 1st of 2025 in the same condition that we are in 2024. We don't want to do it. In fact, the doors are already open for the change and the shift. The doors are already open for you. Listen, Reva, you could come on up here from Georgia, boo. Tara's in Virginia. Yes, it's going to be in Long Island. It's going to be in Long Island. But it's going to be a healing session. For real, for real. It's going to be all about healing. Because we are not taking what happened in 2024 or 2022 into our 2025. Amen. Okay, Patricia, listen, you can make your way up here from Georgia, honey. You can make your way up here from Georgia. We're gonna be putting the information out as soon as we get the location hammered down, coming soon, probably next week. We'll have all of that information together. Maybe 2 weeks, but just look for it because it's coming. Listen, I love y'all like some cooked food. I promise y'all I do. Y'all are amazing. I thank you for the outpouring of love. I thank y'all for being so gracious and kind to me. And I praise God for all of y'all. Like, I love y'all. I really, really do. I really, really do. Y'all have an awesome and amazing evening. I'll talk to y'all soon.